guys, welcome back to another episode of Talenteddancers. Today I'm going to be reading 30 Angels, Part 5. So, let's get started. Part 5, The Hat. Mom was right. Judy Milling didn't spit at me or say hello or look at me or anything in school today. In other words, she ignored me like every other day. Even when she dropped her pencil on the floor during silent reading and I picked it up and handed it to her, she didn't say thank you. And all my mother was right about that angel stuff, too. From the moment Mrs. Sims said, "Good morning, angels," and we all answered, "Good morning, Mrs. Sims," you feel the angel buzz in the air. Darren Tapp, who never says please or thank you, raised his hand and said, "Mrs. Sims, may I please go to the bathroom?" And Darren came back. Missy Beck, who was shyest person in class, whispered to him as he went past her desk, "Your fly is open." Aww. All day long, pleases and thank yous and pardon me's were flying around the room like bees at a picnic. A lot of who did it too, because from the first minute, all eyes were on Mrs. Sims' desk. Sitting right there was an apple, a really big red apple, a really big red polished apple, buffed to shine like it was a new car. Whispers were racing up and down the aisles. Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Nobody knew, except me. As the whispers were flying around the room, I was doing my usual thing, sitting behind Judy Billings, staring at her perfect uncover right here. I started to notice something. The perfect curve at the top of her ear was getting pink, then red. The whispers were flying, and Judy Billings was blushing. Aha! I thought, the apple came from her. Some of Judy Billings' blush sank into my chest. We shared a secret. I closed my fists and made a vow. Nothing, not 100 spiders or torture by kicking her 10 dough bullets would ever make me rat her out. During silent reading, Mrs. Sims was writing something. It was hard to concentrate on my book. I kept looking up at her. So did everyone else. We all were wondering the same thing. Is she writing something good about me? Perfect in every way. I kept remembering that what Judy Billings said about angels yesterday, but that's what we were today. Perfect in every way. We sat straight in our chairs and raised our hands for every question and stood to give our answers, and were quiet as mice the rest of the time. I kept reminding myself to keep my lip buttoned, to not blurt out stuff like yesterday. Only Joey was bad. He kept making noises and funny faces. He was trying to make the rest of us laugh, but nobody did. Even in the lunchroom, we were perfect. Everybody smiled at the lunch ladies and said thank you whenever they were handed us something. And everybody chewed their mouth shut, except Joey. Then came after lunch, recess. It was warm and sunny. Here's a picture of Joey making funny faces. See, where is he? Right there, Joey making funny faces. And where's George? Judy Billings, George, and Joey. Okay. It was a warm and sunny day, but really windy. Swings were flapping when nobody sat on them. Basketball shots were curving. Besides the wind, everything was going along pretty normal until the yellow baseball cap came flying onto the playground. On the other side of the fence was a lady with her sweatsuit was stopped, jogging in place. She was pointing at her hat, which had blown off and landed among a bunch of us third graders. For a second, nobody moved. But then it hit all of us at once. Good deed! About 10 of us pounced on the hat, and then were were so many hands, and the best I could do was grab somebody's wrist. We were wrenching and pulling and twisting 10 different ways. I got it! I got it! Let go! Ooh. I was first! I was first! Ow! Suddenly, all of us snapped apart like broken wishbone. Eddie Shake was holding the rim of the cap, and Diana Bridge was holding the rest. Somebody said, "Uh-oh." Everybody stared at the hat pieces except Joey, who was laughing. A screech came from the sidewalk. "You little hoodlums!" The jogger kicked the chain fence and started running. Mrs. Sims was standing at the doorway watching. Silence in the classroom. Then the 2 pieces of yellow hat was sitting on Mrs. Sims' desk. In between them was the apple. That was disgraceful, and Mrs. Sims' very angelic behavior. Judy Billings raised her hand. Mrs. Sims didn't call on her, but Judy stood up and spoke anyways. But I didn't do it. I was just watching. It sounded like she might cry. Mrs. Sims didn't even look at Judy in Judy's way. Judy sat down. "You're all guilty," said Mrs. Sims. "You're guilty of doing it, you're guilty of watching and doing nothing to stop it. How many of you went over to the lady and told her that you were sorry for the bad behavior of your classmates?" No hands didn't think so. "You're all guilty of that, too." She looked at us like we were burnt toast. "Angels, ha! That may be the first class that nobody gets a halo. Angels, you were no better than a pack of sharks after a piece of meat." Joey burst out laughing. "Button it, Peterson," said Mrs. Sims. Joey buttoned it. The rest of us stopped breathing. "I guess it was all words, huh?" said Mrs. Sims. "Angel talk, no angel do. This," she held a path of beach hat, "will never happen again." Her eyes went up and down the road, zapping each of us with a "yeah, you glare." "Put the halves down." "Got it." She put the halves down. "Got it." No sounds came from us. We boggled and nodded. Okay, that was part 5 of The Good Angels. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next would be part 6, which is It Was True. It was true. Okay guys, I'll see you in future videos. Bye!